So I want to make a video talking about a topic a lot of gaming YouTubers aren't speaking on that could affect a lot of the games you're playing right now and many future titles that'll be coming out soon, like the next Call of Duty and franchises like Mortal Kombat. That news being that China's recently announced that all games depicting blood and the use of the word kill or anything that implies kill will be banned effective immediately. Now, you're probably wondering what that has to do with you, and it's a lot. Because just recently, last year, China began censoring more and more things out of their games that they deemed to be inappropriate. Most of these things, again, being blood, corpses, gambling, and anything they didn't agree upon, which prompted Ubisoft, the creators of Rainbow Six Siege, the footage you're watching right now, to briefly censor these things out of the game. But thanks to the fans' backlash, it forced them to make a separate version of the game for players outside of China. The problem though is that many AAA companies who are desperate and hungry to get into the Chinese market, which by the way is slowly becoming one of the most profitable gaming markets in the world, are also into the idea of trying to put as little money as they possibly can into making their games to make a profit. One example being a company in China who has already bent the knee are the creators of PUBG Mobile China, Tencent Games, one of the biggest tech giants in China and partial owners of Epic Games. And following this announcement, they renamed their popular mobile game PUBG China to, and I'm being serious, the game of peace. And not only did they have to censor any depictions of blood, but to cater to the Chinese market, they also had to censor any animations depicting death, which were also banned conveniently by this recent law. In fact, the animation they replaced with shows the player dropping the gear before waving off hilariously and vanishing from the game. So yeah, I think you can see why this is such a big problem now, since many of the games that we do enjoy of course depict death and blood, which is generally prevalent in many of the AAA titles like Call of Duty and of course Mortal Kombat. It also heavily restricts the creative freedom game developers and writers would have creating their games, since their publishers will likely lean towards making a version appropriate for the global market rather than having to create two separate versions for the world and China, which would probably take more time, which means more money, something that goes against the principles of what these publishers are about. But only time will tell what will happen. One way game developers could handle the situation is by adding a no blood option, which is something that's already been made available in many titles like Assassin's Creed, but they would still have to find a way around the depictions of death in their games. Anyways guys, let me know your opinion on China's new policies down below, how you think it'll affect the current games and future games, and as always, thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.